The final match of Week 24 in USL League One comes to us from Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as the hunt for the playoffs heats up as Fort Lauderdale CF hosts South Georgia Tormenta. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday night. There will be a debut for Fort Lauderdale CF tonight. Romeo Beckham is set to make his pro debut tonight for the club. But looking across USL League One with the standings, Chattanooga still holding strong at the top with their 3 points a night ago. South Georgia Tormenta, they are in that final playoff spot, and Fort Lauderdale in 8th spot. A win can bolt them into that top 6 and put them into a good position going towards playoff time. But a look at some players to watch tonight. George Acosta for Fort Lauderdale. It's been a great comeback here for Acosta. In his first season for Fort Lauderdale, he tore his ACL a year ago, but he's been a vital part of Darren Powell's midfield, contributing with 3 goals and 7 assists. And talking with Powell, he mentioned Acosta's game is still evolving, but his strengths lie with the ball along with his visionary passing. On the other side for Azad Liadi, his first season in Statesboro got off to a slow start, but his form and production has taken a turn for the better. He now has 5 goals and 5 assists, and Ian Cameron said his consistent work on the training field with assistant Tom Morris has been a big part of his improvement in front of net. We'll see if he can find that clinical finish again tonight against this Fort Lauderdale side. So we are building up to first kick from South Florida. It's Fort Lauderdale, it's Tormenta. Lineups and first kick coming up next from South Florida. Building up to first kick from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as Fort Lauderdale CF plays host to South Georgia Tormenta on this Sunday evening from Drive Pink Stadium. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. And we will start with the home side in Fort Lauderdale CF for Coach Darren Powell. 4 changes from the 3-0 loss last time out against FC Tucson. Modesto Mendez, and it'll be Ethan Harden in central defense. And that front line will feature Mitch Curry, Sean Hundal, and Romeo Beckham. Out on the right, Harvey Neville will hold things down in the middle. He is making his 16th start for Fort Lauderdale CF here today. On the other side for South Georgia Tormenta, just the one change. It's Kobe Perez coming into the starting lineup. Azad Liadi will also start on that front line. The back 3 that we have seen from Tormenta for now a couple of months. That formation change about midway through the season, and it has proved dividends for Ian Cameron as they look to make that push towards the playoffs. So there is the debutant, Romeo Beckham. getting set to make his pro debut here tonight for this Fort Lauderdale side. They come in just below that playoff line, but both teams a chance to bolster their chances with 3 points tonight or even just a point to keep them in the hunt. It's Tormenta on 28 points. It is Fort Lauderdale on 26. Tonight's referee is Deshun Beard. He will be the man in the middle, and that is Azad Liadi, who will get things started tonight for Tormenta in all white. It is Fort Lauderdale in those black tops, and we are just about set to go here from Dry Pink Stadium. It's been a cloudy, bit rainy and stormy Sunday evening in South Florida, but the weather has cleared for now, and we are underway from Dry Pink Stadium. It is Fort Lauderdale CF playing host to South Georgia Tormenta. Well, last time out for this Tormenta side, a 2-0 win over North Texas. And it was Luca Meyer along with Azad Liadi scoring the 2 goals on the night. Just 1 win, though, in their last 5. They broke a 4-game winless run with that win over North Texas, but only 3 wins in their last 12 games after they won 4 straight previous to that. So it's been an up and down season for Tormenta. They battled injuries as they have had the past couple of years in league play. They've never made the playoffs, but this is a great opportunity as they sit in that final playoff spot. But this is also their final game in the month of September. So they'll have a week off before they get back at it in October to make that final push towards the playoffs. And as for Fort Lauderdale on the other side, a 3-0 loss against FC Tucson last time out. And that FC Tucson side, they are on some sort of run right now. 1-1 with Greenville currently, another match you can find on ESPN+. 2-2-1 though in the last 5 for Darren Powell's bunch. As Allen puts a ball into a good area, Hara comes off his line. He took a bump there from Hundal, and it looks like he remains down here. You think of USL League One, you think of Pablo Hara. He has been around the block in this league. Most appearances among almost any player in this league. But this is not a good look here at the moment for the Tormenta netminder. Another look at this. So Hara remains down. The backup goalkeeper, Carlos Abiles, just 1 start this season, but he has spent some time with North Texas over the last 2 years, including being part of that title-winning side in 2019 when they took down Greenville. Looks like they're looking at that left hip. It was an awkward collision. If you're Ian Cameron, you definitely don't want to lose a player like Hara. So crucial to this entire team, organizing the back line and making some big-time saves as well. Hara being helped back to his feet. You know he wants to stay in this game if possible. And there is Carlos Abiles, spending the last 2 years with North Texas. His first year with South Georgia Tormenta, and he might be forced into action here for just the 2nd time this season. Now talking with Deshaun Beard, the referee. He's trying to stretch it out or put some pressure on to see if it's going to be okay. Looks like he's going to try to gut this one out. Hara will remain in the game. That's good news for Tormenta. And we'll see how much that hip affects him. Looked like it was that left hip. Something to monitor, and I'm sure Fort Lauderdale will try to get as many shots on target as they can to try to test that. Ball played back, Mitch Curry playing chase. And Hara puts that into the air. Poplawski up to meet that with his head. Mendez under some pressure from Marco Micheletto. 9 goals for Micheletto so far this season. That leads South Georgia Tormenta. Here he is going to ground. Active start for Tormenta's number 10. Darren Powell said about that game against Tucson, it was really a close game when it came down to it. Tucson added on a couple of goals late, and he said it was disappointing to concede those late goals and didn't really give his side a chance then to come back in that match. They were down 3-0. Terry Korf scoring a brace on the night for FC Tucson. Pushed in the back by Georgia Costa, and a free kick to Tormenta. This Fort Lauderdale side, they've scored a lot of goals this year. They're tied for second across the league coming into play tonight. 31 overall with Tucson. Chattanooga has the lead with 32, but they have not scored in either of the last 2 games. And that was after scoring 4 against this Tormenta side. Speaking about that last game between these two sides up in Statesboro, it was a 4-2 win for this Fort Lauderdale side. But it was 2 late goals in that game as well. Azad Liadi scored twice. And in talking with Ian Cameron, he said maybe those last 10 or so minutes when they were down 4-0 and Liadi pulled 2 back will give his side a bit of confidence, knowing that, yes, they can score against this side. And the other matchup, you have to go all the way back to April 17th, also in Statesboro. It was a 1-0 win for Fort Lauderdale on the night. Hundal scored a goal in the 23rd minute, just straight on the counterattack. So Fort Lauderdale's had the upper hand so far this season against Tormenta. These two teams will meet, including tonight, 2 more times. Both will be right here in Fort Lauderdale. Lou Young over the top. Neville playing chase. Beckham there as well. And Somersault to clean up in the middle. There's Thorne. Pressure here on O'Callahan. A bit of a homecoming tonight for Curtis Thorne for Tormenta, number 23 in white. Played his college soccer just up the road in Davie, Florida, for Nova Southeastern. So he knows these humid South Florida temperatures all too well. Here's Luis Rodriguez, and now O'Callahan again. Up for Thorne. Beckham tracking back. Well, defensively, Pushing Thorne into this corner, and now it's Micheletto. Long cross coming in, switch of play looking for Luca Meyer. Allen got his head to it, fell for Meyer, couldn't do much with it. Now played long down the left. Race for this one. Curry, his team just commit that foul. Sergi Noose there in defense for Tormenta. And quickly put back in play. Here's Meyer. Micheletto. Looking upfield, Micheletto over the bar. He's looking for double-digit goals on the season is Micheletto. It's a career high in goals, surpassing his 8 goals in 2019. Tormenta's number 10 really can make things happen, and he has this season for Tormenta. Mendez up ahead for Lou Young. There's Hundal. Getting this wide. It's Romeo Beckham, his first touch of the ball, puts this into a good area. But Hara is there to dive, and he looks like he is still being hobbled by whatever injury he picked up. That's a good start for Romeo Beckham, putting that ball into a good area. Starting at right wing tonight for Fort Lauderdale. The biggest thing Darren Powell said coming into this matchup tonight, he said, we need to execute and be positive and confident when on the ball. I thought his side was maybe a bit too open last week, so being more compact will be important. Here's another look at this opportunity for Fort Lauderdale. Hundal able to get it into a wide position, and Beckham, first time ball right across the top of the 6-yard box, and Pablo Hara there to scoop it up. Is stumped clear. There's Luca Meyer, got a touch on it, but couldn't keep it. Noose. Somersault. Gomez. There's such a key cog in that midfield. Now out wide, Meyer. Curry did well to track back defensively. And now it's Fort Lauderdale on the break. Acosta was trying to get it out wide for Beckham, and Thorne was there to intercept. Be curious to see how long Beckham can go with this being his first appearance of the season. He's been in training with the side for the past few weeks and months. Wide for Curry. Curry's cutting in field, gets the shot away, and it's the opener for Fort Lauderdale. Mitch Curry making it happen for the home side. A great individual effort and a great start here at home. A look back, the giveaway in the midfield, and once again it starts in the middle through Sean Hundal. Able to get it out wide for Mitch Curry. Cutting in on that right foot. Somersault not able to close him down quick enough. And able to slot it by Hara. And you wonder, to take nothing away from Mitchell Curry there, but you wonder if Hara is 100%. We don't know the extent of that injury, if he would be able to dive out for that one or not. But Fort Lauderdale will take it, taking advantage of that situation. And it's 1-0. And for Mitch Curry, his 7th goal on the season for the 21-year-old out of Newcastle, England. He signed earlier this year from Sunderland, made his senior debut last December. Played for the Middlesbrough under-23s, some time in the English National League as well, before finding his way here to South Florida. There's Hara, knocking this downfield, headed along. Kobe Perez. Leotti was asking for it up ahead. Perez couldn't get it to him. Meyer. Deflection takes this out of his reach. Acosta ahead for Beckham. Beckham does well to keep the ball there for Fort Lauderdale and finds Acosta. It really makes this midfield tick there in the middle. Neville. A bit too far there, looking for Curry. Far out the top of the box to make the catch. Well, since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Hundal playing chase. Rodriguez, the Colombian, there to cover. Just the 4th appearance for Luis Rodriguez, 3rd start there in central defense, the 25-year-old from Turbo, Colombia. Tormenta looking for that long ball down the left, and Thorne running into it. Thorne trying to keep this in play. Who got the last touch? It'll be a throw-in coming for Fort Lauderdale. Here's Lou Young. Good start for Fort Lauderdale. Early goal from Mitch Curry. Playing this in behind. Hundal making the run, and the flag up for offside. And talking with Ian Cameron, he said going to this change in formation to the 3-4-3, he said it's given his team a bit of confidence, because when they went down early in earlier games this season, he said there really wasn't enough belief that we could come back into the match, but he said this formation has kind of given this team opportunities that they can go back and score, they can defend well, and it feels like they have enough cover there in the midfield. And when they need to put bodies back behind the ball, they can make it a 5. When they need to get those fullbacks up the flanks, they can put 5 in attack as well. We'll see if Tormenta is able to come back tonight, but they have not had that luck this season against Fort Lauderdale. I mentioned the 4-2 loss last time these two teams met, along with the 1-0 loss early on this season, just the 2nd game of the year. It was Tormenta's first. Callahan found himself high up the pitch. Now maybe Fort Lauderdale can exploit that. Neville through the middle. Nicoletto sliding in. It was right under the nose of the referee. And a free kick to Fort Lauderdale. Laid back for Callender. Drake Callender, another player who is on loan from Inter Miami. At his 13th start of the season, he has been familiar with these surroundings so far this year for Fort Lauderdale. O'Callahan. Somersault trying to break the lines. Perez. And now it's Acosta on the turn for Fort Lauderdale. Curry was in an offside position. He looked like he was trying to hold that run. Hundal was calling for it through the middle. Acosta's decision was to go out wide left where there was more space. The flag coming up for offside. Long over the top and taken by Callender. 20 minutes gone here from Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Mitch Curry's goal is the difference. Acosta. Now back for Harden, who's donning that captain's armband. He was named captain earlier this year. He's played a big part in central defense as Beckham is getting stuck in and committing the foul. Free kick to Tormenta. Beckham just celebrated his 19th birthday a couple weeks ago. This will be a trip and a foul. Might this be a yellow card as well? That is for Modesto Mendez. So the Cuban international Mendez into the book. First yellow card issued tonight. Mendez will have to watch that for the rest of proceedings tonight. Liotti trying to move this ahead. Micheletto, back heel for Liotti. This would be a silky finish, and it is! Azad Liotti back on the score sheet again. Great build-up from Tormenta and able to find the equalizer. Azad Liotti has found that nose in front of goal. And what a run he has been on as of late. Just a little 1-2 play with himself and Marco Micheletto. Cheeky little back heel from Tormenta's number 10. It's his second assist on the season. And look at this again. The first touch put him in his space. Lou Young couldn't cover. Callender tried to slide out. And we're back where we started. It's 1-1. Azad Liotti, his 6th goal on the season. So there is that comeback for Tormenta we talked about. With the formation change, Ian Cameron saying that his side confident with what they are doing out there tactically. And it comes to fruition. Pressure on Micheletto. Acosta swipes at his heels. Free kick, and this will be a talking to from the referee. Didn't win possession back, and I'm not sure he got a touch on the ball. He said he did, but he definitely committed the foul as well. Gomez, another player who's been a big part of this Tormenta side over the past few seasons. Now Thorne. Good first touch for Liati to find space towards the end line. Now he'll cut it back. O'Callahan puts this in. Diving header to clear. Gomez trying to keep this alive and does. Somersault. Looking for the diagonal to get it out wide to this left side. Too far and out of play. Two clubs battling over the Atlantic Division's final playoff spot take center stage when the USL on ESPN continues. Charlotte Independence travels north to Dillon Stadium to take on Hartford Athletic Thursday, September 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Two Atlantic Division foes going at it, and it was a big win last night in the championship for Charlotte Independence, taking down the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Another shift put in there by Christian Fuchs for the Independents, the former Leicester City man. Micheletto trying to get in behind Beckham. Which way is this going to go? It'll go against Micheletto. Good defending from Beckham, tracking back again. Another look at the foul on Micheletto. He went down, lost his footing. When you grab the ball and you don't get fouled, it's going against you every time. Played over the top for Hundal. To the end line. Just go off of last. Looks like it's a decision here, corner kick. So corner kick upcoming. George Acosta standing over it. Fort Lauderdale likes those in-swingers. Acosta sends this in back post. And Tormenta trying to clear this now. Liati, a heavy touch puts it out of play. And it looks like that will be the night for Pablo Jara. Remember, he picked up that knock in the opening few minutes, and it looks like he is not well enough to continue. So Jara will make way for Carlos Abiles. 20 starts for North Texas in that title-winning campaign for North Texas Soccer Club in 2019. And he'll get just his second appearance for Tormenta here coming tonight. So Jara will come off. Aviles comes on. First sub of the night for either side. And another look at the foul that sent Jara off, and just a collision with Sean Hundal. He's really giving him some issues, Jara. So Abiles now in goal as Fort Lauderdale gets the ball rolling again. Neville on the turn. Somersault coming from behind. Neville able to fight him off. Neville trying to put this into the area, and it's deflected out for a throw-in. Poplowski. Out wide for Lou Young. Micheletto. Here's Ricardo Gomez. Going to start the attack for South Georgia Tormenta. No clean sheet for either side tonight, and that's something Tormenta got used to in the opening 7 matches when they did not have any. And that North Texas clean sheet last time out, their first in 9 games. They're kind of right in the middle of the table in terms of clean sheets with 5. Poplawski goes down, free kick. Another look at the foul here. It looks like Poplawski went down on his own doing. Referee thought he might have gotten his legs tangled up there, but didn't look like it. Now it's Acosta. And out wide for Noah Allen, always with his head up trying to provide service. Lou Young. Acosta. It's it back for Lou Young. Neville, a bump from behind from O'Callahan. Calmly gets this out for Beckham. We'll play it back for Lou Young. Won't run through for Mendez. Poplawski. Intercepted by Luca Meyer. The Austrian now can come upfield. Play this in behind for Thorne, and the flag coming up for offside. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more information, visit usl-academy.com. Harden. That pass was tough for him to control. And then the heavy touch concedes possession for the moment as Hundal tracks back to win it back. Neville, and now Beckham. Early cross in. Not going anywhere as O'Callahan stepped in. Now Somersault. Tormenta can come through the middle through Perez. Liotti. Marco Micheletto. Flag up for offside. AR's been busy tonight. And you can hear Deshaun Beard making a loud announcement saying when he gives a free kick, just leave the ball where it is. As you saw Micheletto punch that away. Hundal. Defended by Sergi Noose. This will run out of play. Throw in for Fort Lauderdale. Left back Noah Allen will take it. Things have slowed down a bit after a fast start for both sides. Here's Lou Young cutting infield, trying to switch the play. Acosta brings this down. George Acosta curling out of play. You could fancy him to hit the target from that sort of situation. Always dangerous on that right foot. Good first touch. Found some space. I couldn't keep it down. That looked to be a good spell of play from Tormenta, but just a bit too far out in front. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Mitch Curry, Azad Liadi, the two goal scorers for either side. Two very different types of goals. Tormenta's good build-up, just a quick little 1-2 play between himself and Marco Micheletto. On the other side, it was a turnover. Hundal playing it out wide for Curry, who did the rest after cutting in on that right foot. Neville is blocked out of play. Here's Acosta curling and scoring! What a hit from George Acosta! That is one to remember for Fort Lauderdale's number 30. Such an influential piece to this Fort Lauderdale side. And hits a curler that Abiles cannot keep out. And Fort Lauderdale takes the lead right back. And this is worth seeing again and again. Saw the goalkeeper maybe in a tough position there to keep a strike from that sort of distance out. Little back heel from Hundal. And Acosta fancying himself to hit it from there. And it's 2-1 to the home side. Three really good goals so far in this game. For Acosta, it is goal number 4 on the season, and what a season it has been. So both the players we featured in the pregame have found themselves on the score sheet tonight. Acosta and Liadi. The last two goal scorers, Mitch Curry the first. Now Micheletto. And it's funny, the last time these two teams met, it was a brace for Azad Liadi and a brace for George Acosta. Hundal and Nahib were the other two goal scorers on that night for Fort Lauderdale. Looking around the league tonight, how about the goal scoring? 2-2 in Greenville between Triumph and FC Tucson. 1-1 in Arlington, Texas between North Texas and Union Omaha. As Summersall comes forward. Micheletto. O'Callahan. This will be a corner kick for Tormenta. Luca Meyer will take this for Tormenta. Low drive in, laid off Micheletto. That was something off the training ground and it nearly came off. Perez just laying it off for Micheletto, but the shot blocked down. And Tormenta will reset all the way at the back with Abiles. Now Micheletto bringing it forward again. Looking for Liati. He trying that two-man game, just rolls reversed. It's knocked away by Liu Young. Beckham up ahead of him. Thorne now wide for Micheletto again. Perez. Micheletto trying to get this back. Gets stripped, free kick. And Mendez, this is going to be a decision from the referee. They're saying this is just outside the area, but Mendez on that yellow card. Is this a thought from the referee or just the foul? Ooh, that is very, very close. It looked like Micheletto's foot was on that white line, but did the foul occur on the other side of the plane? This is worth looking at again. So where is the contact? Ooh, boy. That has a very good shout to be a penalty. Micheletto and Mendez colliding. Shout out to replay operator Santi Guzman for slowing that one down. And this a very good spot for a free kick for Luca Meyer. Looks to be a five-man wall in front of Drake Callender. And this is all Luca Meyer. He can really hit a free kick. He's shown his qualities in previous matches. Now Luca Meyer steps up, and the wall does its job. As it's out for a corner kick, but might we come back to that a little bit later on if Tormenta come out on the short end of this? Could that have been called a penalty? It was so close. Of course, no VAR, but I wonder what that would have said. Here's the in-swinger. Callender was in a tough position there as he came off his line, and now a chance for Fort Lauderdale to counter. It was a heavy first touch by Beckham. This will go all the way back for Abiles. This first half full of action. 3 really well taken goals. Gomez wide for Meyer. I'll try it down the left side this time. O'Callaghan for Thorne. Poked away by Neville, who's been very active defensively tonight. I think the same can be said for Beckham in his debut. Hasn't been on the ball a whole lot. Has been noticeable tracking back defensively. And now it's a defender getting into the attack with Allen. And now Curry. Allen continuing his run. Allen will get there first, rolling this in for Hundal. Gomez deflected that off of Hundal. And Tormenta can clear. Meyer will hit the switch for Micheletto. Now the cross off the chest of Harden. Picked up by Liati. Advantage being played there by the referee. Calendar now out wide for Allen. Fort Lauderdale trying to get to the locker room with a 2-1 advantage. Poplawski out wide again for Allen. You wonder what the substitutes will look like for both sides in this match. Some good attacking options on the bench, especially for Tormenta. As we get into 3 minutes of additional stoppage time at the end of this first half. And on the bench tonight for Fort Lauderdale is also Felipe Valencia, the 16-year-old who, when he scored his goal last year, his first pro goal, it was the youngest goal scorer in USL history. That's surpassing Alphonso Davies, who was the previous youngest goal scorer during his time with Vancouver Whitecaps. The chest of Hundal, trying to keep that moving. Beckham was up ahead. Neville dispossessed. Micheletto in for Thorne. One back in the middle, Hundal. About a minute gone in the minimum of 3. Again out wide, Mitch Curry. Already a goal to his name tonight. Looks like he tripped over the ball, gets back to his feet. Tried to find Acosta unsuccessfully. Poplawski. Beckham was making the run. Hundal stopped at the top of the box. So it bounces through for Abiles. Now Micheletto charging through midfield. Playing this ahead for Liati, who tried to turn the corner. Calendar will keep this in play. Good effort by the Fort Lauderdale goalkeeper. Final minute of this first half. Again, out wide for Curry on that left side. Acosta. I already know his qualities through his goal tonight. In for Allen. Allen held back. This a foul, also just outside the area. We've had 2 fouls, about as close as you can get to the 18-yard box. And this a last chance in this first half for Fort Lauderdale. And that one definitely outside the area, no doubt about that. Noose holding back Noah Allen. This is something they like to do, these 2 set-piece takers for Fort Lauderdale CF. Acosta with the right foot, Allen with the left. This will be Acosta. Trying to line that one up, puts it into the stands. And that is the last kick of this first 45 minutes. And what a first 45 minutes it was. 3 goals, 2 of them for the home side. We were tied at 1-1 before Fort Lauderdale took the lead back on a tremendous finish by George Acosta. We've hit halftime here from Dry Pink Stadium. It's Fort Lauderdale 2. It's Tormenta 1. Stay tuned here for halftime. Welcome back to halftime in Fort Lauderdale in Dry Pink Stadium. It's Fort Lauderdale CF taking on South Georgia Tormenta. Already some games in the bag here in week 24, along with the 3 going on tonight. But the week started north of the border in Toronto. And it was Ryan Sierakowski taking this on his right foot and putting it into that side netting. Gave Ford Madison a 1-0 early advantage there in the 41st minute. There would be some more chances coming, though, for Toronto as this first half came to a close. Eric Leonard stepping in. That's a penalty as Campbell goes to ground. Stepping to the spot, Garrett McLaughlin, and saved by Phil Brino, guessing the right way and pushing it aside. So they go into the break, Ford Madison with a 1-0 advantage. Then come the second half, Phil Brino will be forced into a few more saves, able to take charge of that. But here, just losing his footing. And then the tap-in and the goal. Antonoglu able to poke that home. 89th minute equalizer for Toronto FC 2. And they are able to steal a point at home. So the points are shared between Mike Munoz and Carl Craig on the day. Friday night, we go to a foggy Foxborough, Massachusetts, and Richmond Kickers taking on New England Revolution 2. In the 3rd minute, Jonathan Bolaños cutting in on that right foot and putting a rocket into the top corner. And that gave Richmond an early 1-0 advantage. As the first half continued, Justin Renix getting on the end of this cross from Jake Rosansky, who was back in the starting lineup. Rosansky gets the assist, and Renix gets the goal. Then on the other side of halftime, just 2 minutes on the other side of halftime, Rivera, Damian Rivera. This is maybe a fortunate deflection, but he'll absolutely take it. Not sure he knew much about that finish. As Megales slid in, Rivera puts it in, and it's 2-1 to New England Revolution 2. The fog, you can see it getting thicker as the night went on. And here are the 3 goal scorers. Renix, it's Rivera on the ball, and the 3rd goal scorer, Noel Buck, able to put this one home. 3-1 to New England Revolution 2. And they get all 3 points, and they were able to move into a playoff position with the 3 points. There's Joe Rice, the goalkeeper, celebrating the win against his former club. Then last night, the lone game on Saturday night, Chattanooga taking on North Carolina. And this would be the first goal. Ricketts able to just put that in the top of the net. And that gave Chattanooga a 1-0 advantage. Then Galindrez, it would eventually fall for him. Villalobos starting the attack. Ricky Ruiz kind of holding play up, just clipping this in. Juan Galindrez, he's so good in those areas and able to make it 2-0 to Chattanooga. And you thought from there they would just go on and cruise, but North Carolina had some other ideas. Here a mistake out of the back. Tim Trilt caught in a tough situation, and Arriaga gets it in the middle. One touch and the finish. So North Carolina able to cut the deficit in half, that in the 69th minute. But then Chattanooga, they're known for their late goals. This one, not necessarily a late goal, but just a minute after that North Carolina goal. Long ball over the top, Marky Hernandez on the end of it, and he's able to put it home. 3-1 to Chattanooga on the night. They get all 3 points. Jimmy Obleda's side continues to fly. It's halftime here in Fort Lauderdale. Second half between Fort Lauderdale and Tormenta is on the way.
First-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
for Para. Could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in. Oh, it's brilliant.
I did get an interesting text from someone in the Phoenix organization talking about how big and physical that game was, and maybe they didn't necessarily know it was going to be just like that. I think they got a good taste. By the way, in case you're wondering, Forrest Lasso is competing for the Summer Olympics in gymnastics. Just wanted you to know. What you
So
got
is
next?
Lee Cohen. He was part of that routine.
Bring it to me.
Forrest Lasso, the defender of the year, leaping over the ad boards and pirouetting his way toward the dugout.
News and notes from around USL League One. Aaron Malloy is the August Player of the Month. Pretty good month for Malloy and the Mingos as they continue to stay in that playoff hunt. It is Hispanic Heritage Month. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-Heritage for more. Nazmi Al-Badawi in his final professional match, scoring a brace in North Carolina's home win against New England Revolution 2. And, of course, he leads the Clear Audio Team of the Week. A lot of good names on this list, including Luca Meyer for his goal a week ago for Tormenta FC in their win over North Texas. A look at the USL League One standings. This is a big game tonight. Fort Lauderdale, they're right there in the middle, and Tormenta, they're holding on that final playoff spot. So a lot to play for come the second half. And there are plenty more games across USL League One tonight, and the goals are flying. 2-1 in North Texas between them and Union Omaha, and 3-2 in Greenville between FC Tucson and Greenville. Second half from Fort Lauderdale is on the way. Building up to the second 45 minutes of action from Dry Pink Stadium. It's 2-1 to Fort Lauderdale in a very entertaining first 45 minutes. So let's go back and look at those first 45 minutes with our first half highlights. And the scoring got started for Fort Lauderdale, and it was Mitch Curry in the 13th minute. Sean Hundal gets the assist, but just take in this finish. Mitch Curry cutting in field, and bang, into the bottom corner, 1-0 to Fort Lauderdale. And they were off and running. And then this, talk about silky buildup. Little 1-2 between Liati, Micheletto, back heel for Liotti, and he's not going to miss from there. He is in great form now, up to 6 goals on the season, and the assist to Marco Micheletto is his second on the season, and that made it 1-1 in the 22nd minute. Then come minute 37. Hundal for Acosta, and just pick that one out. Usually, you don't pick a right footer to shoot from that sort of angle, but he got that one just right, and he got it over the head of Abiles, and it's 2-1 to Fort Lauderdale. That goal in the 37th minute. A look at the first half stats. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. 1 shot on target, 1 goal. Both these sides have been quite efficient through 45 minutes, and we'll see what the second half brings in terms of that efficiency. The teams making their way out for the second 45 minutes of action. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday night. The final match of week 24. Still 2 more going on across the league, as we showed you with our scoreboard just a few moments ago. Almost. So 2 substitutions, 1 for either side. It'll be Brian Rosales coming on. That is the first sub up there, as Christian Liu Young will come out. That's a like-for-like substitution at right back. Rosales will make his 16th appearance on the season. That is the only halftime substitution for Fort Lauderdale. On the other side, for South Georgia Tormenta, Stefan Muller will come on for Tormenta, replacing Luis Rodriguez. And for Muller, this will be his 14th appearance, and he has contributed 3 goals this season. We'll see if he has another one in him tonight. The teams have switched ends. Fort Lauderdale now going right to left in those black tops, and in all white tonight is South Georgia Tormenta. An important 45 minutes upcoming for the playoff hopes, really, of both of these sides. Because as you look at the current table, it's Fort Lauderdale holding strong in 5th spot. And with the loss tonight, Tormenta could drop out of the playoff picture with other results going on around the league. So it is a big 45 minutes for this Tormenta side. They also have lost both of the previous 2 matchups with Fort Lauderdale this season. So we'll see what gives here in this second half. Just to confirm, Muller on for Rodriguez. And on the other side, Liu Young out and Rosales on. Just looking at some other stats from that first half, the passing accuracy very high for both sides. Tormenta 90%. Fort Lauderdale just a shade under that, 88%. This will go long over the top. Meyer brings this down and will look to clear it for Tormenta. So it looks like that substitution for Muller will move Curtis Thorne into a center back position, one of those 3 center backs for Tormenta. Looks like Muller will slot in on that far left side now for Ian Cameron's formation. Infield for Somersault, trying to keep it moving, and Beckham steps in. And now he'll look to go upfield. His pass deflected. Who'd that come off of last? Looks like a throw into Tormenta. Meyer. Thorne over the top. Liotti. Micheletto. Somersault. In for Micheletto again on the half turn. Able to keep it here for Tormenta. Fighting off defenders. Still Micheletto. Now Somersault curls this in. And it's cleared away. And here's Beckham in space again. Beckham leading the break. Playing this in behind for Hundal. Acosta, the trailer. Trying to move this along. Beckham was there. Curry was there. Nobody really through the middle. It was a long run for Beckham as well. I'm sure on your pro debut, your Romeo Beckham, maybe some nerves going up against different opposition. You're so used to playing, of course, just your teammates in training throughout the weeks and months of the season, and then you finally see a new team and it really gets real. Played in, Rosales a touch infield for Mendez, and now back for Callender. Push in the back by Sergi Noose. We'll just slow play up. It's Hundal hitting the deck. Here's Harden. Poplawski loses it. He's under some pressure from Somersault. Now Ricardo Gomez. Down by Somersault. Micheletto trying to split that back line. It's Luca Meyer, and what a save from Callender. Making himself big. That was a tough angle to shoot from for Luca Meyer. He did his job, though, to put it on target. And credit Callender with a massive save. Just putting up that right arm and really hoping for the best. Really good reaction save. Callender, we mentioned, making his 13th start, the 23-year-old. He actually came up in the San Jose Earthquakes Academy. Played his college soccer at Cal Berkeley. And now finding himself here in South Florida. He's been on the bench a handful of times this season as well for Inter Miami in MLS. Getting some games under his belt here in USL League One. Muller plays this infield. Micheletto keeps it moving and finds Gomez. That pass off the mark. Miscommunication between him and Somersault. Somersault putting pressure on Acosta. Quick throw in taken. And the referee saying it needs to be a few yards further back. Well, the pace of this game has really been enjoyable, at least from a neutral perspective. Back and forth. And some really well taken goals as well. And speaking of goals, if you like goals, there's plenty of them around the league tonight. 2-2 between North Texas and Omaha. 3-3 between Greenville and Tucson. A great way to wrap up week 24. Here's Rosales. In for Acosta, who keeps this moving for Curry. He was in an offside position. Found himself in an offside position now quite a few times. Third offside decision gone against Fort Lauderdale tonight. There's Perez. We'll get this back from Muller. Trying to switch the point of attack here. Meyer back for Thorne. Wide again for Meyer. Thorne continuing his run. He'll cut this back. Just trying to get something into the box, and Callender will take it. And Callender can be patient here with his side up 2-1. Pressure from Liotti. Harden in trouble there. Liotti stays down. Helped back to his feet by tonight's referee, Sean Beard. There it is again. May have actually just gotten his hand stepped on there, I wonder. Anyway, play continues on. Liotti good to go. Here's Harvey Neville. Turnover in the middle. Liotti. Out to the left. Muller providing the service. Liotti a bit too far behind him to really get anything dangerous on target there. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr, every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the app. Outside of the right foot, look at that ball up ahead for Curry. Curry, saved by Abiles. That's really the first save that Abiles has been forced into tonight, and he gives it right back. Beckham, back out wide for Neville. Service in, Hundal, and the header wide. Where have we heard that? Beckham for Neville. And the sub coming on now for Tormenta. It's Vincenzo Candela replacing Raheem Summersall. The Colombian will come on, 26 years of age, signed back on May 21st. And St. Kitts and Nevis International will make way. Costa working in tight spaces. Pomplowski. And Allen offside. Perez. Out wide, Muller. And Tormenta find another equalizer. Some of their play has been really easy on the eye tonight. I guess you could say the same for both of the goals for Fort Lauderdale. O'Callaghan clipping this up. Liotti, and the header going wide. Both times these two teams have played, the games have been quite different. The first one was kind of a cagey affair, not a whole lot of chances either way, just 1-0, and it was a counterattack goal that Fort Lauderdale was able to score. Beckham up ahead. Acosta and Neville were making the runs. A bit too far out in front. The second time the two teams played, it was Fort Lauderdale took a 4-0 lead before it was cut in half by a second half brace. And those two goals coming late on by Azad Liotti. And this one kind of fits right in the middle as of now, but plenty of exciting goals. Collision there in the middle and a free kick to Tormenta. Poplawski and Candela colliding. Two South Americans. Nicoletto trying to lay that off for Candela. Now Curry into the middle. And here comes Fort Lauderdale. Hundal couldn't get it into space for Beckham. There was a lot of it on that right side. And now O'Callaghan is tripped up. And it looks like referee going to his pocket for a yellow card. Harvey Neville into the book for Fort Lauderdale CF. Neville's been quite active there in the middle tonight. Looks like now Meyer will come over and take this. Played in and comes all the way through. Callender had to respect a deflection, but it bounced through clean. He was able to hold on to it. Here's Allen. The two center backs have the most touches on the field tonight for Fort Lauderdale. Allen has the third most. So a lot of that play coming down this left side, and Allen likes to get into those attacking positions. Now Poplawski ahead for Acosta. Tried to go through the middle for Hundal. There was another option on that right side in Beckham, who of the starters tonight actually has the fewest touches on the park for Fort Lauderdale. Been hard for him to really get involved a whole lot tonight. Some pressure there in the middle. They'll have to bring this back. Tormenta will put it down quick. Here's Mendez. The play out from the back here in Tormenta, able to get back on it. They've created some good opportunities in this second half. They've been on the ball quite a bit, but can they find that crucial goal that they really need? Especially because with tonight's game, this is their 24th game. They have played the most games in the league. And because of that, there's a lot of teams with games in hand on Tormenta. And there will be a chance for those teams to pass Tormenta in the table. And as things stand, Tormenta would be on the outside looking in on the playoff picture as we speak. Based on the 2-2 draw between North Texas and Omaha, which has gone final. Right now, Greenville and Tucson locked at 3-3 in stoppage time. All over the top, Liotti brings this down. It's Assad Liotti! And a big miss from close range. And are they calling this a penalty? Is Liotti going to the spot? Does Tormenta have a spot kick? What's the decision here? Let's go back and look at it. Just a ball over the top. There was an appeal for offside. Mendez came from behind, and he has to be careful as he's on a yellow card. Is this a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity? Or is the foul on Calendar? What's the decision here? Talking now with the AR, it looked like the contact from the goalkeeper came after the shot. And he's waving it away. No penalty. So Fort Lauderdale can breathe a sigh of relief, as Tormenta thought they were going to the spot to try to level this game at 2, and instead it's just a goal kick. Oh, what a turn of events there in just a matter of seconds. There's a look at Darren Powell. I'm sure very happy about that decision. And credit to Sean Beard talking with his AR on the near side here. Able to make the right decision. ARs tonight, Diego Lucio, Corey Wilt, and the fourth official, Michael O'Reilly. Poplawski for Hundal. Acosta in for Mitch Curry. Curry! It was always curling wide. He went with that left foot. It was going to be a tough finish from that sort of angle. And a substitution here for Tormenta. It'll be Rodney Michael coming in, Kobe Perez coming out, and that is the final sub of the night for Ian Cameron and Tormenta. He's used all 3 of his substitution windows. Remember, they had to use 1 in the first half as Pablo Jara came off injured for Carlos Abiles, who has been in goal. Nicoletto. Hitting the long switch again. Meyer. Oh, he brought that down almost too well. He stepped on it. Able to get back on his feet and keep possession. And the ball stayed in play. Nicoletto. A bit too strong for Muller. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud. Hundal and Noose getting tangled up. Referee will stop play here and bring it back for the foul. Candela. Muller cutting in field. Is there an equalizer in the cards for Tormenta tonight? Callahan. Candela. Switch the point of attack again for Meyer. Thorne making the run upfield on the overlap. Nicoletto lost it. And here comes Fort Lauderdale through Noah Allen. Playing this ahead, Sean Hundall's in the middle. He had to turn his back to goal. Acosta's over there. Here's Acosta, he'll take this on, and it's blocked down. It was such a quick break there with that ball over the top that it was really only Hundall and Acosta who were up there as everybody else was back defending. This rolled through and Hundall will make it easy on Noose. And it runs out of play for a goal kick. Put it back in play quickly. They need to go with a sense of urgency for these final 20+ minutes. The two 7 o'clock games have gone final. 3-3 in Greenville, 2-2 in North Texas. It's 2-1 here. We welcome those of you who may have been watching the other two matches tonight. What a game this has been. 70 minutes gone from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Michael has this blocked out of play. Corner kick coming, Tormenta. Meyer will stand over this corner kick for South Georgia Tormenta. Just their third of the match and first in this second half. Gomez will play this short. Able to keep it in play. Rodney Michael. Michael rolling this in. It's knocked away. What's the decision here? There's a whistle to stop play as Liati is down. That's a yellow card to Azad Liati. Didn't exactly see what happened there. The ref spotted it though. And Liati in the book. Let's see if we can find it here. Liati there in the middle of the screen near the penalty spot. He's battling there. I think they might call it for simulation. And to be fair, it stopped what could have been a break for Fort Lauderdale going upfield. Taken away by Gomez. Rolled ahead for Rodney Michael. Allen there defending. Michael couldn't get clean contact on it. What's the decision here? I think they're saying that went out of play. Harden that was a bit risky to just pick that up. He saw it with his own eyes. It went out past that end line. Goal kick for Fort Lauderdale. We'll join USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL. A good video with Ariel Martinez of Miami FC just down the road. Good interview with him. It's worth checking out. Harden just able to get rid of this. Finds Acosta. Rolled into the feet of Romeo Beckham. His pro debut tonight. He'll curl this cross in. Rundle couldn't get there, and Abiles able to smother it. Candela. Michael. Here's Micheletto. Seemingly is dropping deeper and deeper in this formation to get on the ball. But when he has gotten on the ball, good things have happened for Tormenta. Especially when he's able to pair up with Azad Liadi. Just the one sub by Fort Lauderdale, and that was a halftime sub, like for like. Rosales coming in for Lou Young. I wonder if and when Darren Powell will go to his bench these final few minutes. And it looked like somebody was there in the technical area getting stripped off and ready to go for Fort Lauderdale. Here's Beckham for Acosta, quick give and go. And Beckham sprung into the attack, curling this in. Was Hundal waiting. Beckham gets on it again. Quick to put another cross in. And this time it's taken away. Neville, Acosta, and Beckham. Popolowski. And Rosales will just calmly play this back for Calendar. Neville is a bit too far out in front of Neville. Here's Marco Micheletto. Micheletto has it blocked down by Harden. And a corner kick upcoming for Tormenta. Sub preparing for Fort Lauderdale, but it looks like they'll take this corner kick first. It's Luca Meyer. Calling out some sort of play. Now he's ready to go. It'll be an outswinger. Curled into a good area. Liadi brings this down. Again wide for Meyer. He drives it in this time. Acosta. And now Allen. Caputo. Something just got thrown over to the touchline by the referee. Jersey tug there on Rodney Michael. Here's Micheletto. Once again, that two-man game with himself and Liadi has been so good tonight. Nearly comes off again there. Micheletto clipping this in. Back post header. It's across the face of goal and out of play. Stefan Muller crashing in. And it looks like we'll get that sub now for Fort Lauderdale. It is Abel Caputo. He will come on and he will replace the debutant tonight, Romeo Beckham. So Beckham will make way on a solid 78 minutes. Only 19 total touches, put some good crosses in. His defensive work rate was very strong. I think a lot to build on for Beckham after just his first appearance. So Caputo comes on. His 16th appearance. Harden needing some help where with the captain's armband it may have come off. Get some help from a friend. Fort Lauderdale ready to go again. You're just joining us. All three of the goals have come in the first half. Mitch Curry in the 13th minute, Azad Liadi in the 22nd for Tormenta, and then Acosta in the 37th. Can Ian Cameron's side find another equalizer? He says his team has been confident since going to this 3-4-3 and being able to come back in matches. And they do it again here. We mentioned the amount of games that this Tormenta side has played, more than any other team. So they need to get 3 points. Ball curled into the back post. Curry there to retrieve. Curry cutting infield, much like his first goal, but puts this out of play. And it did take a deflection. It'll be a corner kick for Fort Lauderdale. That was almost a carbon copy of the first goal. Receiving it here on the left, cutting in field. I think Thorne did just enough to get a touch on that and force it out. Just the second corner kick of the match for Fort Lauderdale and the first in this second half. Noah Allen. Meyer there to meet it initially. Popolowski. Rosales now curling in. Too tall for Hundal. Thorne able to clear it away. Nicoletto. Pressure there from Curry and a foul. Tormenta trying to go quick. Have to play with a sense of urgency now. Thorne gonna clip this over the top. Meyer just got that header wrong. And Calendar will take a few more seconds off the clock. Deflecting around, Nicoletto able to keep this in play. Something on here for Tormenta. Cutting this back. Candela met at the top of the box. Referee waves it away. Candela came up second best. He's still down. Sergi Noose. Now Gomez. Muller. Vincenzo Candela. Possession in this match has been pretty split. Just a slight skew towards Tormenta. They've had about 52% of the time, at least in this second half, 53 overall. Candela. Misplaced header by Caputo. Callahan back for Candela. Everybody back defending for Fort Lauderdale. It's all hands on deck to preserve these 3 points. Darren Powell talked about how competitive his team is. Everybody wants to win. Rosales fell down. Muller sending this in. It's Micheletto! It's an equalizer for Tormenta! Just floating through the air was Marco Micheletto. He's up to double-digit goals. It's 2-2. Good service in from that left side, and you wonder if Rosales falling down may have really helped Tormenta here, but that doesn't solve for the box defending from Fort Lauderdale. That was a clean header from Micheletto, tracking his run all the way through the middle. Nobody there to meet him. That's an easy finish for Tormenta's number 10. It's 10 goals for number 10. And now all of a sudden it's game on here in Fort Lauderdale. 2 equalizers on the night for Tormenta. And how can they go on and find a winner? They have yet to beat Fort Lauderdale this season. Both those losses at home. I'm sure they'd love some revenge here at the home of Fort Lauderdale. Acosta, a goal scorer tonight. This swept clear. You just felt that goal coming from Tormenta. It had been just a bit more dangerous in the attack. Fort Lauderdale's been out in transition quite a bit when they've gotten forward. And this, a trip and a foul, free kick. It was Neville hitting the turf. Wall being constructed. George Acosta looking for that perfect piece of turf. Just to perch this one up. He's moved it forward now a couple of yards. But Acosta's ready to hit this. Already 1 goal tonight. It's George Acosta trying to go low and right into the wall. A couple of free kicks for either side tonight in good scoring positions. And the wall has been hit on both occasions. Neville trying to get there. Noose got there first. This will go back to Tormenta. Offside flag up. Noose, final few minutes before we get into stoppage time. Thorne with Curry playing chase. Calmly back for Abiles. driven downfield. Gomez. And for Michael, who couldn't turn the corner on Harden, and then was fouled. So now this changes the complexion when you look at the playoff picture, at least at the end of tonight. With Tormenta getting a point, they would stay in 5th spot, all alone on 29 points. Curry, though, cutting infield, trying to change that, and Noose, a crucial intervention. There's Noah Allen. Because of that equalizer by Tormenta, now Fort Lauderdale finds themselves outside of the playoff picture, when they, just like they started the night. Comes in for Curry, who was standing in an offside position again. It's a few times now for Mitch Curry. Here's Noose, starting it at the back for Tormenta. And it's only 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of these 90 minutes. So not a lot left tonight from Dry Pink Stadium. Here's Meyer. Rodney Michael, 90 seconds to play. Fort Lauderdale, you'd have to feel like you'd let this slip away if you're Darren Powell. And we're controlling things, we're defending hard and well. Just a lapse, maybe a slip. Could be the crucial difference. Thorne, that goes off his arm, and that's a handball. Fort Lauderdale trying to go quick, midway through the minimum of 2. Called ahead for Hundal, who went down, and they play on. Maybe one more chance for Tormenta. Micheletto. Allen got his head on it. Michael able to possess for Tormenta and look upfield. Meyer out wide. Luca Meyer curling in. A crucial header by Harden to clear it away. Not able to keep it in play. Just seconds remain. Last chance for South Georgia Tormenta. Candela for Gomez. This takes Thorne back. He'll have to play it back for Abiles. And that's the last touch of the match. And the points are shared tonight in Fort Lauderdale. 4 spectacular goals. And it finishes Fort Lauderdale 2, Tormenta 2. A hard-earned draw on both sides, and the first points that Tormenta have taken off of Fort Lauderdale here in 2021. Both sides fought hard, but the points are shared. We'll come back and wrap things up from Dry Pink Stadium. It finishes Fort Lauderdale 2, Tormenta 2. Stay with us. Back here to wrap things up from Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. It finishes Fort Lauderdale 2, Tormenta 2. Some really good goals in this one, so let's show you all 4 of them here. And we will start with the first goal of the night. Mitchell Curry in the 13th minute, just a giveaway there in the midfield. Hundal leads the break, able to knock it out wide for Curry, who then just cuts in on that right foot. Summersall couldn't close him down quick enough into the bottom corner. Then Micheletto, Azadliati take this one in. Just back and forth between 9 and 10. It's 10 with the assist, 9 with the goal. And that makes it 1-1 on the night. That was in the 22nd minute. The celebration on there for Tormenta as they were able to get back into it. Then Fort Lauderdale, they would have a response. And what a goal this is. Maybe a candidate for goal of the week. George Acosta on the assist from Sean Hundal. He assisted both goals on the night. And then late on, 85th minute, Rosales goes down. Muller able to clip this up right in the middle. Micheletto flying through, his 10th goal on the season, 10 for 10. And it finishes 2-2. A look at the full-time stats. The shots were pretty even across the board. Shots on target were exactly even. It was a pretty even game overall. These two teams will meet one more time in Fort Lauderdale on October 10th. And a look at the standings as we end week 24. Chattanooga remains at the top. Omaha, though, with 2 games in hand. Tormenta, with more games played than anybody, is sitting in 5th spot. Fort Lauderdale, the 2nd most games, sitting in 8th. So that does it tonight from South Florida and for week 24 across USL League One. What a finish we had. Plenty of goals all around the league, and tonight we had 4 spectacular ones here in South Florida. For our entire crew, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Dry Pink Stadium. It finishes Fort Lauderdale 2, South Georgia Tormenta 2. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.